we wake, hear the birds and see the sun.
Road. Love you, baby. Oh, it's been hot.
Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Good morning. It's super duper early in the morning. It's like about 4:30 now. We've been up since really early this morning, but it's because we are going on another adventure. And I've been kind of contemplative this morning, and I'm sorry if I'm looking a little glowy. It has been raining, there's been thunderstorms, and the humidity is on the upside today. Plus, we've been running around trying to get ready and loading up the truck, but we went and picked up the trailer yesterday, and we're getting ready to go on a road trip. And of course, it's storming like crazy, but I've been really contemplative this morning and feeling very blessed and very thankful that Corey and I have been able to move to this beautiful state of Tennessee, and that we've been able to do the things that we have been doing. I've had a bad bout for the last probably about 10 years of health problems, and I just truly feel so blessed to actually be able to do the things that we have been doing. And I mean, who knew that I would be retired at this age? You know, I honestly believe that both of us would be, you know, working until we were in the grave. But I just feel like, I don't know, I just wanted to tell you all that this has been such a joy and such a relief to be here and to be able to do all this and to be able to share it with you all. So I just kind of wanted to jump in here this morning, say good morning. We're gonna get on the road. So what we're doing is we're heading to Rhode Island, doing a road trip. It's gonna take us about a day and a half to get there. And we're picking up Kaylin, our daughter Kaylin, and Annette and the two dogs. They're finally gonna be moving in with us. They've got a U-Haul, we've got the trailer. Corey and I had gone to an antique store in Rhode Island, and we found some things there that we loved when we were there dog sitting for them. But we found some wonderful treasures that we hope are still there. We're crossing our fingers that they're still there. And we're gonna go pick those up because we'll have the trailer with us. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So it's gonna be a whole adventure again, you guys, and I'm so excited to have you with us. And well, let's get going. Let's get on the road. Let's get this rolling. We are officially in Virginia, and Virginia is not disappointing, may I say. The scenery has been beautiful, and I'm not really sure how far we travel through Virginia before we get to Pennsylvania. That's the next state, right? I'm not even sure. This is bad when you don't know.
Good at that school.
You don't know the map of the United States.
Because I thought Rhode Island was below New York.
Yeah, I know. When we flew home from Rhode Island last time, I kept telling Corey, I think that's New York down there, and I was trying to take pictures of it because there was just all of a sudden it was just giant buildings on this little tiny area by the water, and I kept thinking, gosh, that's got to be New York, and he kept saying, no, Rhode Island's below New York. I'm like, are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm still sure.
He was really sure.
Still sure about it.
Yeah, well, it was.
In my map, in my head, it's below it.
So it really was New York. But anyway, so we're not really sure how far we're going to travel through Virginia before we get to, and I want to say it's Pennsylvania. I'm pretty sure. I didn't really study the route too much because Kaylin and Annette kind of came up with this route for us. last time I planned everything down to exactly where we were going to stop. But anyway, it's so pretty. I'm just in awe. I mean, I guess because now we will have, after this trip, traveled from West Coast all the way to the East Coast. And
via pickup truck and trailer.
I cannot complain about this truck. I did for a while. I was like, why do we need this truck? What do we need this truck for? And Corey kept wanting to fix it up, and I'm glad he did, because it's gotten us to places. And the trailer is riding just fine and dandy. The road, I will say, the roads have been fairly, I mean, we've hit a couple bad bumps, but anyway, we're actually driving out of the storm clouds. It's starting to get really nice and bright. We've been kind of in the dark a little bit, but
I don't know about really nice and bright, but it's getting brighter.
It's getting brighter.
It's definitely not sunglass weather.
It's pretty close. It's kind of glary. But anyway, I just wanted to pop in, say hello. We are, let's see, this was an 8-hour trip, so we're at least 3 hours in, I believe, right now. So I've got another 5 hours to go before we reach Hershey, Pennsylvania. We're staying in Hershey. Would love a Hershey bar.
Yeah.
Is that where Hershey's is?
I don't think so. Maybe
Hershey's?
though. Maybe that's why they did name the town after
Hershey.
Yeah.
Another bit of information we have no idea about.
We are.
We're so
United
knowledgeable.
States geniuses.
We're so knowledgeable. But anyway, we're gonna stay in Hershey and one night, and then from there it's about a 6-hour drive to Rhode Island. And we'll be going through Connecticut. I do know we're going through Connecticut. I want to say probably a little part of the state of New York. And then through Connecticut up into Rhode Island. And I am looking forward to stopping at the antique store. Who knows what I may find the second time through. Maybe there'll be something new. We're passing by the Appalachians, and I do know that because there was a sign. Because there was a sign about Middle Appalachians. So, but the scenery, it's been really, really pretty. So anyway, I will give you guys a little show of the mountains if I can catch them at a good point. But anyway, we will catch you when we enter Pennsylvania. See you then.
Dream up a world of pirates. Climb the highest tree. Fall down. Mama, I'm fine, don't worry.
Welcome to West
Go
Virginia.
back out to sea. Sail home, sweet home, where the ships must go together.
Welcome to Maryland.
Clean up and put away. Call it a day.
Welcome to Pennsylvania.
Fight off 1,000 monsters.
Good morning. Welcome back to our second day on our road trip to Rhode Island. And it's a little later than we had anticipated starting. About an hour and a half past schedule. But that's okay. We needed a little extra sleep, and traffic's been pretty light so far.
On Mars, hijack a flying saucer. Steady on the hand.
Let's do it.
Let's cheers.
We got our fuel, we're refueled, we're ready to get back on the road. Love you, baby. Oh,
It's hot.
been hot. Okay, we're ready to get back on the road. We're ready to finish this out. Get us to our destination.
Call it a day.
Well, I'm so mad at myself right now. We just crossed the New York state line over a beautiful river. There's an I Love New York sign. Anyway, I didn't catch it. I'm so sorry, but yep, we're now in New York. We just left Pennsylvania, and I'll say that was a really pretty drive off the 84. We went from the 81 to the 84, and the scenery has been phenomenal. But anyway,
to get all cleaned up.
Welcome to Connecticut.
Let's call it a day.
Welcome to Rhode Island.
and we're back. The Rhode Island Antique Mall is so chocked full of treasures that it can be kind of overwhelming for me. I just have a hard time keying in on things that, I just feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I didn't get to see it all. So, case in point, that beautiful cake plate right there with the silver bottom, why I didn't key in on that, I have no idea. And this covered dish, I really wish I had purchased it. It was $40 and it was just beautiful, and it would have matched some of the things that I had already bought. Here's Corey looking for frames and artwork for me. I really loved the look of these paintings. They were $95 a piece. And that's not really bad for original works of art that are framed, but they were a little out of my price range. I was admiring all the beautiful mirrors, and the Gothic lighting was absolutely amazing. And here I am, still looking for that deal on a picture frame, but that one was $115. And this moody, beautiful painting really caught my eye, but it was $1,995, a little out of my price range. I also really loved the fruit picture, but I'm trying to find one that doesn't have the grapes. This beautiful floral painting also caught my eye, and it was $1,395. This next piece was something I had seen when we were here before. It's a Falstaff vase, and it's actually marked on the bottom, but it was $64. I gave it some serious contemplation and then ended up putting it back. I thought these wood bowls with the copper rims, I thought they were really unique and pretty. And of course the bowl back here that's hammered and the ruffled edge with the little footed detail, I thought that was also really beautiful. I've really been on the lookout for jugs, but it has to be the right one, the right color. But I've been having a really hard time because they're all super expensive. This one happened to be $85, just not something I was willing to pay. I've had my eye out for unique and intricate trinket boxes, and this one caught my eye. It's from the Boston Theater for a play that was done in the late 1800s, and it was missing the price, so I passed it up, but I really truly wish that I had picked it up. It was really beautiful. Again, the jugs catching my eye over here. This one was $35, the one that I was just touching with the two little handles. That one was $45, and then the one next to it with the lid is $35, and the one behind it, the darker jug behind it, is also $35. I just thought they were so beautiful. Something else I've been on the lookout for are these farmhouse or farm style mixing bowls. And this one was $65. The larger ones were priced at $85. And as you see here, I'm going to pick up the pitcher that's sitting back there, the farm style pitcher, which I thought was absolutely beautiful. And it was priced at $50. This alabaster lamp was so beautiful. I couldn't see the price on it, but it was definitely worth taking a look at. And here's Corey finding little treasures for me to look at. He finds some of the smallest things in the store. I tend to go for the larger items, and here he is digging for little tiny treasures. They also had some really unique vases and pictures. And then here I am looking at, obviously, a book. The yellow color really caught my eye. Overall, we had a really good time looking through the mall this time here at Rhode Island, probably for our last time, at least for a while. We were able to attend our daughter Kaylin's graduation from Boston College while we were there. She graduated with her master's in physics. Corey and I often joke about where our children inherited their intelligence, and well, it's me. They got it from me. Anyway, Boston College campus is just so beautiful with its Gothic style architecture. I learned while we were there that the college bought a rock quarry back in the day so that they could keep any future buildings looking like those built years ago, which I thought was very forward thinking. Anyway, it was a beautiful day, and we are so very proud of Kaylin's accomplishments. So again, moving day. We're gonna get the girls to Tennessee, the dogs to Tennessee, and this is gonna be good. We're looking forward to this. It's chaos here right now, but moving is always chaos, and they have movers coming to help get the furniture down. But I'm gonna hang out here with the doggies all day and keep them out of trouble. But we're gonna hit the road here. Hopefully, we're planning 5 o'clock. So here's their house/apartment. They're way up there at the tippy top. That's where they are, up there. Daphne! Hey, Daphne. Pretty girl. What you doing? Nala's just waiting patiently for her mamas to come back. She does not want to leave that gate. Nala! Baby! Nala!
How are you to know? How are you to know? It's all the things you do.
I cannot believe how much time has gone by. It has been 3 weeks since we ventured to Rhode Island to pick up our daughter and her girlfriend and the dogs and drove ourselves back here to Tennessee. It's been 3 weeks. I cannot believe it. I don't know where the time went. I don't know what happened. The time got away from us as usual. And so anyway, I'm here with you now to share some of the most exciting finds from our little stop in Rhode Island at the Antique Mall. We did get the Carriage basket, and I will show that to you in just a minute. That was something that we absolutely knew we wanted. I'm just really excited. I know exactly where I'm going to put it, and it's just beautiful. So we'll get to that. That'll be the last thing that I show you. But now I want to share with you all the fun things I found at the Rhode Island Antique Mall. And again, you guys, I'm so excited about these finds. They're like, I can't. I'm so excited over them. So let's just start. Let's start with this little cutie. Can you see this? I can't. look at this. She's a little copper watering can. And look at these little fluted, look at this little fluted edge. Can you see that? Let me get out of the picture here, but it's got a little fluted edge, the sweet little handle, and look at the little spout. Look at, let me see if you can you see that little spout? I like these warmer tones of the copper. It'll just add something. And this can be put up on a little shelf. I mean, I can definitely use it. Or it could go on a counter with a grouping of other things. It's just really pretty, and I love the hammered quality of it. So, and I want to say $12, I think, for this little copper watering can. And then, staying with the whole copper patinaed, actually I think this is silver. I don't think this is copper. I think it's silver and it's just tarnished, but it's a platter. And you guys, I just loved, I don't know if you can see it, there we go. I just loved the patina on this thing. It spoke to me. I see this on a shelf in the kitchen with maybe something grouped in front of it, or maybe even on the counter with some fruit or things in it. I don't know. I think it's just absolutely beautiful. And I want to say it was $10. So, I mean, how can you go wrong with that? And look at how pretty. See that? I love it. Okay, so there we go. Next, I found this muddler. Is it a muddler? It's for butter. It's a butter churn. A butter churner? Masher. Musher? What do you call this? I know it has to do with making butter, right? It goes in the butter jars, churners. So it's a butter churner. If you know what this is called, leave it in the comments below. I have no idea what it's called. But anyway, I loved it. They had several of them. Again, it's aged, it's beautiful. I don't know exactly, again, how old this would be, but I see this with some pretty cookbooks sitting on a shelf, and sitting this, on top of the cookbooks, or even next to something else. I don't know, it spoke to me, and I had to have it. And I think it was $8 or $10, but it's solid wood, and it's lived a life, and I wanted it. So there's that. Okay, now I couldn't pass up a couple of these things, but let me start with the smaller items. I found these, well, actually Corey found these. I didn't find these. He found these cute little jugs. One's missing, one has the cork in it. This one's missing its little cork, but they're these two cute little brown jugs, and one's just smaller than the other. I saw these as a little grouping with something else, maybe books. I don't know. I'm gonna group them together because they're just cute and sweet. But and I can't remember. I want to say this one was $12. And I don't know, maybe 10 and 12, something like that. I'm bringing in this rich brown into my island and shelving and things like that in the kitchen. So I felt like this would just tie in really well. So I bought those. Okay, now these two. Oh my gosh, you guys. I love these. I'm gonna start with this one first, but these are definitely, let me get closer. let me get all up with you. I have been wanting some of these. This one's a jug, and every time I see one, they have been ridiculously expensive. This one's been through it. She's got little hairline cracks in her. Let me see if I can show you that. She's got something going on in there. I don't know what it is, but it might have been the little cork or lid to it. She's beautiful, and I paid $35 for this one. with that little handle. And I loved the color of it. I can picture this on a shelf in my kitchen. I can totally picture it. And so I bought that. And then, look at this one. Look. This one has a lid. Oh. Do you see? Let me see if I can show you. Can you see how aged that is? And then, just don't want to drop that. I love the coloring on this. Just beautiful. And this little lid that goes right on top. Got myself a cute little canister. But do you see how pretty they are together? Look at that. I really wish I had picked up the other one with the sweet little 2 little handles. Again, I should have bought it. You know, it's one of those things where you kind of like, oh, you've got enough, Jennifer. Just, you know, move along. And then now I'm regretting my decision to not get it. So anyway, so those, that's it, except for my my antique basket. It's a Carriage basket. It's what they used to put on the back of the carriages, and I'm going to go ahead and give you a show of that. Okay, so I wanted to show you our last treasure here, and it is an old Carriage basket. Like I said, it's actually a wicker basket with leather over the top of it that was used back, I would say, in the 1800s. So it has these really pretty metal detailing, and you can see there's been some damage to it right here. The wicker, the basket, the actual basket is showing through right here. But it has the metal latch, and this is where you would probably put a lock to keep your belongings safe back in the day. But it also has the little metal details on the back, and there's also these little handles, metal handles on the side. And the inside of this trunk is lined with this beautiful striped material. And you guys, I absolutely love this piece. The hinges are a little worn. It's not something I would want to open and close a lot, so I wouldn't like store anything in this that I would have to be getting into daily, but I see this going in our library in our new house and holding, you know, some items maybe that we don't need to get into all the time. And I fell in love with it, and Corey just thought it was really very cool and very unique. So we were so happy to find that it was still there. And it was wrapped in this sheet, so that's why it's sitting on this, but it was all wrapped up. I'd like to do a little leather conditioning to help keep the leather from deteriorating more than it already has, but it's beautiful. I love it, and I just thought it was a very unique find. It's so beautiful, and Corey and I both absolutely loved it. And like I said, I totally have a purpose for it. I can totally see where I'm going to put it in the new house. So that does it for our little antique haul from the Rhode Island trip that we just took. And I hope this inspires some of you to maybe go out and do some antique shopping or vintage shopping of your own. I love going to these stores, and you can go thrifting and find really great things too. So whatever fits with your budget, whatever fits with your lifestyle. And I hope that this has given you some ideas on what you can do in your own home. As always, I appreciate that you've taken the time out to be here with me today. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Please hit that like button and don't forget that little bell. And I will see you guys all soon. Bye.
Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.